Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 13 of the advent of code in the year 2024. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's thing, right? Today's problem and everything. Yesterday, I was able to kind of get a little bit, I would say just unsurprising. I don't know if it's lucky per se, but I misread part 1 and I still kind of got part 2 in a time that gets me to top 100, which is kind of nice. I feel like this year definitely there's a lot of more struggle in the leaderboard because I'm not aided say by enhancement or whatever, but other than taking naps, if anything I feel like that's not an enhancement, but well, naps are great actually. We all should take naps, but in any case, yeah. And oh, now I just remembered tomorrow I have I have I have a holiday party with a bunch of my friends at an open bar, so that's actually probably not going to go. Anyway, you don't need to know that much about my personal life, I guess. And tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be stumbling in and try to solve a problem. We'll see how that goes. But that's tomorrow, Larry's problem. Today, we have about 20 seconds to focus, and let's go. Let's focus. Actually, before I even do that, oh look, this animates. But in any case, let me change to here. And I am kind of ready. We have 8 seconds to go. Let's go, go, go. Good luck, everybody, and good luck to me. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Whew, okay. What is this input? Did I make that up? Oh no, it's just printing it wrong. Okay. I hope. Okay, then now. Okay, piece up here. Come on, Larry. What is the cost thing? Three for A, 1 for B. Okay, 3 for A, 1 for B. I'm too slow on this one already, I think, honestly, but that's fine. Okay, and now we want okay, so x, how does math go? P sub 0 minus x divided by p sub 0. Okay. I like the way I was writing it. Probably not the time for a refactor, honestly, but oh well. And this is actually pretty straightforward. I'm taking like really long time with it. Oh no. Four is definitely not right. That's weird. Too slow on this one today, I think. How why do 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 do. Anytime you have to debug, it's gonna be too slow. That's just not right. CA times A sub 0. Yeah, that seems actually reasonable. Nope, but the price is wrong. Just like... Oh, what the Larry? How do you make a mistake like that? Oh man, how do I keep on making silly mistakes on copy and paste? 282nd, that's actually pretty bad. Every price is 100. Okay. How do you keep on making the same mistakes, Larry? How? How? If I could copy this, this probably takes too long, but okay. I mean, this is just a line formula, so I'm pretty sure people probably should be finishing by now, honestly. But yeah, it's just an intersection thing, right? So how do I solve it though? I have to think about it a little bit. So yeah, you're trying to minimize this function. Ternary binary search, I suppose, is it? Maybe? I don't know. Is it binary searchable? How do you binary search? binary search based off fractions. Would that work? I think my math is just bad. I think this is just math, but I don't know that binary search works. You have an intersection of points. I'm trying to figure out whether I need to break out a solver. That doesn't make sense for binary search. Okay, let's see. How done am I? Yeah. Oh, only 68. So I'm a little bit slow today. This feels like it's down my domain, but so we want to minimize CA. I actually don't remember how to do solver stuff. What 24? Okay, maybe I just have to do it. I don't actually remember how to do solver stuff though, so. But maybe that's the way to do it. Okay, so. Whatever, keep these for now. I mean, the fact that not that many people got it kind of okay, so we have, I don't remember how to do optimizing things honestly as well. I would get thing here. Nope, these are different. I mean, I don't think I'll finish in the top 100, but I think I'll be close, honestly, maybe. Just because I'm a little bit slow today. And this part, I feel like enough people know it, but I don't. No, it's just AX. No, what are you doing? I forgot how to do this, honestly. I think I get it. It's been a while though. It's not something I practice. I think some people do practice these things, and I know it, but I don't. I literally use this once a year, and this is it, right? Okay, and then now we have, and I don't even. This is not even an F string, but oh no, that's not how I write it. It is Actually, I didn't even need to write it this way. This is a little bit weird, the way that I wrote it. I commented out. I kind of want to remove it, but I feel like maybe I still need it and I'm wrong. So we won. Okay. So these are our constraints. We also want to minimize. I don't know how to add a minimize. So actually, maybe I need a grip for this. I've done it before. But I forget how. There's like another thing. Can we get? Maybe that's just it. Maybe I did it wrong though. There is definitely like a minimize thing. Oh, there you go. Oh, that minimize. We'll minimize costs, right? And we have to add that cost is just equal to times 3 plus. If I was more practice at this, I would probably get it, but well, it is what it is. Let's just print it out real quick. Did I not? What? That's not good. Oh, part 2. Okay, so that's not good. Did I miss something? Oh, I added this thing. No, that doesn't do anything. Why do I have this? Cost. Why not? Why's it giving me nothing? CA, cost of A times cost of B. What am I doing wrong? I have to add some constraints, but the constraints should actually be fine. Actually, kind of messed up on this anyway, maybe. I don't know why I had some. I tried to kind of be what I had before, but that didn't really make sense. I mean, I'm not going to finish in the top. I mean, if this week could have been though, but I feel like. I'm wondering if the crazy thing that I did kind of made it a little bit crazy, but why? Am I pausing correctly? to do something weird? I don't remember how to do it, honestly. Let's do a check. But why doesn't minimize work? Huh. Maybe minimize doesn't work because you didn't optimize for because you're Dumbo. Because I don't think that would have been right anyway. No, why? Huh. Tell me why. What am I missing? I forget how to do it exactly, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, there are some numbers. Oh, they don't give you the example, just that it's more than 100. Does that help at all? Why does it gives satisfied, but it's not telling me. I don't remember how to do this. I have to Python optimizer, minimize, and what am I missing? Apparently C3 doesn't have it? What? That's crazy. What? Really? Why would I have this code then? Okay. Is that good enough? I don't think this is the right answer, but I'm going to at least submit it because why not? Does it give me an error on the other one? Yep. If does that work? Nope. How do I check for it? I forget. Only if it works. Am I doing it right? I don't remember how to get away with how of it. This is kind of actually embarrassing. Oh wait, no, it's maybe that's high. Okay, so if there's probably a better way to do this, I think, but oh well, we're just kind of okay. That's not quite right. Maybe that's a little bit better. Nope, it still prints stuff. Okay, maybe I could just do it if it's not none. C is equal to do as long or does that crash? Yep. Let's see. Okay, whatever, fine. I don't know that this is good enough though, but I guess we'll see. 692. I thought that I needed to optimize, but apparently I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a weird problem. I probably could have done a little bit better, but I'm also like, it's not kind of, I don't know. Could I have done the math? Maybe I could have just done the math. I don't think this is a hard math problem, but I just forgot how to do the optimize. But I thought there was a minimize thing in, optimizer, in Z3 solver, optimize, or minimize example. I mean, I guess I'm trying to think whether I guess one thing I was a little bit dumb about is that there's only one unique solution. So the minimize is kind of dumb, right? Is that true? Yeah, because if you think of it as a, am I right? Parametrics. Is that true? Actually, I don't know if that's true. That there's only one. Trying to think whether I'm lying. Like, I would love a minimization thing. I mean, it worked without it, so I assume maybe it's true, or it has to be, or I'm really lucky. But what if I didn't have these? Does it still work? Same answer. A little bit slower, just because I guess it just does more stuff. But maybe I should have just done it another way. I'm just very out of shape with this, actually, because I think I was trying to shoehorn what I did before. But the reason why I did it before like that is because we had to, it was over a series of different equations, so I didn't actually need to do it that way. And it took me a long time to kind of onboard onto this. Do I even need to do one to check? I guess you need to want to check to run it. But why can't I just do like minimize, I think? 0 force. It's kind of weird. C3 minimize example. But why didn't that work? Or did I have to do all that check afterwards? Or maybe that is, maybe I'm just being dumb. Maybe that, maybe I am just being dumb. Because maybe the minimize function just sets it to minimize on that, and not that that's the thing to solution. I'm just being dumb today. I mean, I don't think I would have made the leaderboard anyway, because I was just really slow. I knew what I wanted to do immediately, though. I just was debating different ways of kind of attacking this problem, whether I can solve this in any other way. Could I solve this in any other way? I mean, I probably could have just done the math, honestly, because this is... could I have done the math? Right, so I have this stuff, right? Okay. I think, yeah, maybe, you know, as an up south, I'm gonna see if I could do the math real quick, and if not, then that's fine. So we have this formula, right? This formula, and then this formula. So the first thing I would try to do is write CA in terms of CB, right? And maybe, right? I don't know. This is a solver thing. My math, my algebra is actually kind of terrible. So P sub 0, V minus CB times is equal to CA, so then you divide it by A sub 0, right? So then now this is CA. But we also don't know CB, right? Yeah, I don't know how to do. Maybe I don't know how to do this one. I mean, all these are numbers though, so we can actually plug it in. What happens when we plug it in? So, okay, so well, we can subtract stuff for sure, right? That means that we have A0 minus A sub 1, maybe, I don't know, times CA plus B sub 0 minus B sub 1 times CB is equal to some P sub 0 minus P sub 1, right? In theory. And all these are constants, right? So then now you have a relationship, right? So you have a number, and then you have, and then you're trying to minimize costs. So then now, okay, so CA is equal, and I don't know, is there a minimization here? I don't know, there's multiple things. Okay, so CA is just equal to this thing minus this thing over this thing, which is not an easy formula, I think, right? So that you have this, and then you have CA times 3, so this times 3, this times 3 plus CB is equal to some cost that we're trying to minimize. I don't know how to do this immediately, like without using a solver. I think if I prepped up on solver, this is actually like a like a 2-minute problem. But you know, I think that is the one thing that I like a week ago I was like, oh, remember to take a look at this, and I just forgot. And also because when I was doing 2016 for practice, I guess this just didn't come up, even though it came up last year and the year before that. So, so this one's a little bit unfortunate. And I would imagine that this year, I mean, people have seen it like 2-3 years in a row. So I imagine enough people have practiced it enough. So I'm not surprised that, like, you know, but as we saw, like if I had been practicing for this, I would have gone this is pretty straightforward. If you remember how to do it, I just didn't. I was silly. And I was slow on part 1 because I copy and paste and I forgot to change certain things. And here we're trying to minimize the cost. I don't even know how to do that, honestly. I guess this is a minimization constraint, maybe? I don't know that that's how... maybe I just remembered it wrong. I have to kind of look it up at some point. Check set. Yeah, I think I my mental model of what should happen was wrong. I don't minimize, we just run it with that minimization, but minimize actually just sets a minimization constraint, I suppose. Which is not quite the same as how I thought it would have. Yeah, I don't know that I can do this one in a more like in a way that isn't just me using a solver, and I didn't even know how to use a solver. It took me a while to remember all the all the funky details. What did I miss? Oh no, I think I had it. I mean, I didn't have these constraints, but I think I just kind of forgot how to minimize and how to kind of call these things. I just should have revisited some of this. I mean, that's it, right? Sometimes you're just not prepared, and that's, you know. And as I keep saying, you know, this year, it's okay to have kind of rough days, but you know, you just hope your good days will carry you through. And today I did not. Or this year I don't have enough good days to carry me through. But yeah, let's go over the solution really quickly. Yeah, this is part one, and part one I think is just straightforward. Maybe I should have anticipated this actually when I was reading part one, but I guess it wouldn't have changed anything. But I'm actually surprised that I was top 200 or top 300 rather for part one, because I was kind of going very slowly. But yeah, but this is just brute force. We brute force on CA, or when I say CA, I mean cost of A, which you can think of as just the number of times you press A, right? So everything else, maybe I skipped a little bit too much, but I'm not gonna lie, I do have input help, so I read the input, and for this one, I do have, what did I do? It's a little bit, I don't know if it's cheating, but well, it's definitely not cheating in that sense of the word, but oh, I'm looking the wrong year, in the new days of the world, but I just mean that like, this one I took a look at the input, and I kind of wrote, and I'm looking at here in case you're wondering. I noticed that everything is positive. I kind of took a look, everything's positive, and as a result, I don't care about everything that's not a number. So that actually saved me some time, but in the live portion, I copy and paste, and I just forgot to change these, and that cost me some time anyway. So I don't know. But yeah, but it's just about brute forcing the number of presses you have on A, and then the number of presses you have on B. Well, you could just solve for it on one of the formulas. You're given technically two formulas, which is this one, right? Which is, and the first part is just the number of X, yeah, the X delta, and the second line is the B delta, or sorry, the Y delta, and then this is the cost, but that's only if they match exactly the price, right? And yeah, and you could solve for this. This in theory will give, I mean, there's a way to solve this without, so this would be the exact solution, right? But yeah, but making it an int means that it either exists or it doesn't, so that's why it allows thing. I think there's only one solution though, right? But maybe I'm just really bad for math. Okay, so there's, yeah, two formulas, two parameters, one solution, right? Am I making that up? Unless there's some trivial cases like x is equal to 0 or something, I suppose. But no, because is it though? Because basically you have 2 points. You're trying to find a point. Because 2 points intersect in a line, but then you're trying to find 1 point. So that 1 point is always going to be just, yeah, you can't intersect on more than one thing on that. So I think that's right. Maybe that's right. But in any case, I wasn't sure because my math is weak clearly. But in any case, for part one, it's just straight up brute force. You know, notice that the numbers are small enough that you can do it, right? And that's really it. Don't really have clever insights there. For part B, I just used the solver. I use this library called Z3. You could probably Google it in Python, but I mean, I use the Python interface to Z3, but Z3 there are other things. And yeah, I mean, I don't, this is just syntax. I'm not going to explain syntax. I don't think it's that interesting, but you can also just think of like, okay, so I set up 3 variables. We have the number of times we press A, number of times we press B, the cost, and then just kind of set up the constraints, and this is just, you know, the number or the delta X when we press A. So this is the constraint on the X dimension, right? And then this is the constraint on the Y dimension. This is the minimization on the cost. Well, technically, this is the cost that That's the constraint on cost, and then we minimize it. And I think I don't know that we need this. Technically, it makes things a little bit faster in either case, whether we need it or not, because it shrinks the search space. And here, if we do have a result, then I don't even think this is necessary because it doesn't do anything for me. It seems like maybe I'm wrong on that one, but I don't know how to check whether it's satisfied. That's why. Not familiar with the syntax, so yeah, it doesn't seem like it needs it. But yeah, here I check the thing, and it should let me know if it's satisfied or not. If it is so, then get me the cost variable, and if it's not none, then yeah, then I just add it. Hey, it's Larry from the future. As you can see, I for this problem, and if you kind of keep watching, this is an interjection. I kind of struggle a lot with the math today, so I end up using a solver. But just to be clear, you do not actually need a solver. There are more not crazy way of doing it, is what I was trying to say, right? For example, this is a set of linear equations. So first, you should write down the equations. And here, let's say A is the number of presses you have for A, and B is number B, right? So then the distance of x moved is something going to be like x1 plus x2 is equal to, say, I don't know, d sub x for delta, right? Maybe. And then same thing for the y dimension, right? And these are, and keeping in mind that these are inputs, and these are inputs, right, for the problem. And as a result, there are a couple of ways you can solve it from this point. One is just, solve for each other, right? And what I mean by that is just that, so you have these A's, so you're trying to, solve it so that you get rid of one. You have two you have two equations and two unknowns, A and B, so which is the number of presses for A and B, so you can just solve for them, right? And here, maybe you could just do some math to kind of, x sub 1, right? So I actually wrote this in a weird way, I admit, because x sub 1 is the constant and A is the variable, and I kind of reversed the order, right? So here we have A sub 1 of A, right? We want to minus some constant times y sub 1 of A so that you get 0, right? Yeah, and then basically you can solve for this constant again because yeah, because the x1 and the y1s are they're inputs, right? So for example, maybe you could have like C is equal to right, and then the A's cancel out, and then C is just equal to x sub 1 over y sub 1. So pretty actually straightforward. And then now that means that if you multiply the bottom by C, right, then what happens? If you multiply let me write this formula by C, what do you get? Well, then now you get A sub x sub 1 plus B times x1 y2 over y1 is equal to d what's it called, dy times the same thing, right, x1 over y1, right? And the key thing is that then now you could maybe I did it in the wrong way, but it doesn't really matter that much as long as you solve for one, which is that you take change the color again, you take this formula and subtract in here, then now of course this will cancel out, and then you have another formula, right? Maybe it looks something like, which way am I? Oh, this way. Yeah, minus this thing, right? And remember that everything that's not B is an input, so we can actually this is an actual number, right? So actually this kind of goes to B times, and I know that I'm writing really like sloppily, but honestly these things I'm not trying to kind of give you the proof here, or I'm not trying to give you the exact formula here, but oh snap, this is a subtract, but my this is a 1. I wrote this wrong. But my point is that you can solve for it like a system of, linear things, so that, and then you kind of plug things in, make sure they're integer, and you'll fix it. You'll solve it just fine. It's a little bit, the way that I'm showing you is just kind of to get the ball rolling, so you can kind of get to it. Another way to do it, if you did not know the Z3 library, is actually recognizing that this is a set of linear equations, as I was kind of talking about. And what I mean by that is that now on the left side, you can kind of think of it as from A, B, right? Then now you have x1, x2, y1, y2 is equal to dx dy, right? So this is the linear equation. And then now you can just rewrite this as, a matrix kind of like this, right? My handwriting is terrible, my apologies, but this is your matrix. And then the way to solve this, of course, is by reduced row echelon form, right? And the reason why I bring it up, because technically you can solve this manually as well. And the way to do that is actually just very similar to what we were talking about, the substitution method and all these things, right? But the reason why I bring this up is that if you are not familiar with Z3 solvers and constraint solvers, but maybe in the back of your mind, a lot more people have dealt with matrix and matrix libraries and matrix solvers. Maybe in Python it would be NumPy or something like this. So you could even actually use NumPy to solve reduced row echelon form or something like this, or choose your favorite library. But you can set up as a matrix to solve it that way. So that's just kind of giving you more ideas. The key thing is that for this one I was just really kind of stuck on the math. So yeah, I just want to inject to kind of put it here to make sure that I want this to remain helpful, at least a little bit, to kind of give you different things to explore, because I was just like way off on my post-submit analysis today. It happens, so please forgive me. But yeah, that's what I have for this one. And you could go back to the other Larry now. To the thing, these are all syntax, so I don't think that it's any problem solving. Is it better than using AI? I guess so. I don't know. Maybe I could have used ChatGPT to actually solve this one, knowing this. Just be like, hey, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna for fun, I am gonna do a ChatGPT thing. Let me see. I'm curious. I mean, it's not cheating in the sense that. And it didn't seem like people cheated, right? And for part 2, I keep saying that, but I meant use ChatGPT on part 2, because part 2 people did 11 minutes. Okay, some people definitely did, right? And it's not doesn't take a rocket surgeon to realize maybe the numbers are a little bit sketch, but nonetheless, like a significant amount of people did not. So I am curious whether I could do it. So let's see, right? We can ChatGPT this thing. Now that if we had known what we need to do, right? Just for science and for fun. Oh, let me actually bring that screen up real quick, because obviously we're looking at that. So yeah, so okay, so maybe I'll just type my paste one code, right? Like let's say I have. Oh, actually I cannot paste that way. Because I mean it's a Emacs, put it to buffer, which is not the same as command line paste. But yeah, given this Python code, can you give me a Python Z3 equivalent solver code? Thanks. Yeah. I mean, this code looks very similar to my code, so maybe I could have cheated and then be on the leaderboard if I was a little bit more alert. How much time did I have, actually? And I don't know. Because at this point, at that time, so I had 6 minutes on part 1, so I had 5 minutes to do it. I don't know. It seems like it would have been pretty close, though. Let's see. Okay, let me comment out my code real quick. And then I'm just curious for science, because I don't know. I mean, this is where it gets a little bit sketchy in terms. Oh, that is ugly. It's not. All right. Well, in the sense that like what I am doing is kind of weird, right? Because I am basically writing syntax for these things, so I don't know. But so okay. So I am curious. So let's see if I can convert this code and see if that would work. Why is it so weird? Why are you being so weird? Copy paste. Hang on, sorry friends. I feel like this has this happened for me before? Maybe not. I don't know. Alright, just for science. I mean, it looks very similar to my code, honestly. It just didn't have a thing for cost. Oh, apparently you could compare it to the SAT thing. That's maybe what I'm learning something anyway, so maybe that's good. So say value, see value. I guess this actually assumes that this is. I mean, it would be correct for this one anyway. I think. Okay, infinite. I actually did not paste that one for some reason. Well, I mean, I didn't need it. I didn't think I needed it. So it's actually much slower and wrong. Why would it give me that though? Where does that number come from? Was that's so? Oh no. The reason why that is the case is because I didn't do the plus minus. I didn't add it to a billion or whatever that thing is. That's why it's giving me the wrong answer. So for some reason it is not that fast, but it gives me the right answer, right? So I could have gotten it very quickly. I mean, 2.4 seconds. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Don't know why this is so much slower than the other one. Yeah, maybe I could have added these constraints. Maybe that was why. Of keeping it under a billion or whatever. But the syntax is actually remarkably similar to what I did anyway. So yeah. So with that model, why is this so much slower though? I feel like this is very similar to the code that I wrote manually. I mean, not that I would have cared, honestly, for the very obvious reason of, you know, I did it actually, right? Like, try to do everything from memory. But I'm just curious, performance, like, it doesn't matter because, you know, saving 2 seconds and I'm already spending more than 2 seconds to debug it. But, oh, this is a weird one. Huh. I mean, this is technically correct and it gives me the correct answer. But what it's missing is this formula, which, what does this even do as a solver? What is it solving for? Oh, I guess it solves this set of equation, which it can solve, but it just doesn't give me the cost of that. Okay. But that's crazy that adding the cost function actually, like that's crazy that adding the cost function would actually make it that much faster. No, it's still not that much faster. What is the difference between this code and mine? Huh. Except for I call optimize. Does that change anything? Yeah, I guess optimize is much faster because it's not trying to. I don't know what's the difference, honestly. I mean, I know the difference in result, but I don't know why that would be faster. But okay. Anyway, so I guess the answer is ChatGPT can even help you even if, you know, I don't know if this usage would be legit, but I mean, I didn't do it anyway, right? So it's maybe moot. But the code is actually remarkably similar. I mean, just to have it here, it's very similar to how I end up writing it anyway. Maybe it's a couple of seconds slower than the way that I wrote it, but it also took me a lot less time if I had done it that way, right? So yeah. So anyway, but this is my thing. It is a constraint thing. So if I had known how to, yeah, I don't know. Is this cheating? Let me know in the comments. If I had done it. I didn't cheat anyway, so I don't know. I didn't even use ChatGPT, but I was basically using my old code for its reference. But I don't know, because I feel like this is not like, you know, like I knew what I was looking for. I just needed someone to translate the thing exactly. So I don't know. Maybe it's more sketchy. It's definitely more sketchy, but is it sketchy enough to be like, oh, Larry definitely cheated, right? Because this is kind of like Googling, but way more faster. I don't know. You have to know. I mean, and I got it on the first try. Like I asked it really precisely, so I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter that much because it's just a fun academic exercise. Because yeah. Anyway, whew, I think that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. I mean, first part 1 brute force, part 2 optimize, use an optimized library or a solver library. I don't know. But that is all I have for today, though. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please come back tomorrow or whatever. Actually, tomorrow is, well, I guess today is Friday the 13th. I'm going to have a good time on a Friday, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, for today, that's Future Larry's issue. Today, Larry is okay, and I will see you later. Have a good night, everybody. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. Goodbye.